Okay, we're recording. All right, welcome everybody. This is week 11. I have 16 people here, including myself, so thank you so much for being here. It seems like a long time since I saw you guys because I think I canceled the last Confer Now session. I've been super busy, but I hope everyone's doing well. You guys are like my strongest class, I have to say. I have 41 students still turning in work, which I'm really happy about. So you guys were almost at the end. You're gonna make it, okay? So this is week 11 and we started unit 4. So unit 4 is a big deal because this is our biggest essay, okay? In unit 4, you're gonna write your biggest essay. It's a research essay. It's the longest essay you're going to write in this class, and this is what most students fear in English 110. But I don't think you have anything to fear because it's not that bad. It is long. I'm not going to lie to you. It's much longer than what you've written in this class at least, but you'll write longer essays in your future educational career, and you're going to think, oh, that essay I wrote in English 110 was a piece of cake. I know it doesn't seem like it now, but it will. Okay, let me see what I can do about that crazy shiny. Okay, there we go. That won't happen anymore. Yes. Okay, so let me talk to you guys about just unit 4 in general. I'm really not going to focus on week 11. I'm going to focus on unit 4. So the big part of unit 4 is this essay. And a lot of the work that you're doing throughout unit 4, week 10, 11, 12, 13, will lead you to the essay that you're going to write. The essay is due week 14. The due date of the essay is November 17th. It is on here, okay, so you don't have to memorize that. November 17th, that is the Friday before the week of Thanksgiving, because we do have the week of Thanksgiving off. So that week, there are no classes on campus and there are no classes online. So you're going to turn in your essay and then you're going to get to relax for a whole week while I grade your essay. Okay, so that, it'll suck writing it, but you'll be so glad once you've written it. And then you have a week off. And then you come back and you have like a week of class or something like that. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so in the modules under week 11, there's this module called, I'll go back to it, Essay 4 homepage. Okay, that's where I'm at right now. Essay 4 homepage. This is already published, so you can see this. I just published it a few minutes ago. And here, there's a video. This is what we're going to look at, the prompt. Okay, so Essay 4 research essay. The essay is called Proposing a Solution. Now, that's not going to be the title of your essay. The title is not going to be Essay 4 or Proposing a Solution. It's going to be a totally different title, one that you create yourself. So what I want to focus on right now is the topics for this essay, because the discussion this week asks you to tell your classmates what topic you have selected for this essay. So I've kind of limited you, but you kind of have a wide array of topics that you can choose from. Where's my comments or my chat? Okay, I'll look for it right now. Anyway, so the topic is right here. Choose a problem that affects you, your family, or your community. So this is called Proposing a Solution. It's kind of like a two-part thing. You're going to present a problem, and then you're going to present a solution. So to figure out what your topic of the essay is, you have to first think of a problem. Then you're going to propose a solution for that problem. So the problem has to be something that affects you, your family, or your community. So that's really wide, because it could be something that affects you if you have a job, at school, within your family, or in your community. Think of all the problems that we have here in the Valley. Think of the problems that just IBC has in general. Any personal problems that you want to kind of tackle. So you don't want to just pick any problem, because you have to present a solution. So you want to think about a problem that you can propose a realistic solution to. We call it a feasible solution. You're going to be hearing the word feasible a lot. This is going to be a feasible solution. What does feasible mean? It means it's realistic, okay? A plausible, feasible solution means that it can occur. Like, your problem isn't going to be, oh, I'm going to solve world hunger, because we don't have a plausible or feasible solution for that. So think of a problem that you can present a realistic solution. Okay, that's the topic of the essay. And this, of course, breaks it down and it gives you a whole lot of details that you do have to look at. The video explanation does explain this prompt, so you want to make sure you take a look at that. Now, the length and the sources. The length of the essay is a 2,500 word essay. So we've been writing 1,000 word essays. This is a 2,500 words. So typically it's going to be about 6 to 8 pages. 6 is a little bit low, but 2,500 words, it's closer to 8 pages. Okay, so about an 8-page essay. Strike out the 6. Keep in your mind about 8 pages. I know it seems like a lot, but you can do it. And I'll show you how in a little bit. Now, this is a research essay. I know in your other essays you've had outside sources, like in the last essay you had Fahrenheit 451, and then you had some other outside sources. In the essay before that, we used the book Drive. In this essay, you're going to have 6 to 10 outside sources that you have to go out and look for. Now, the only standard for those sources are that out of those 6 to 10 sources, 2 have to be from the IBC database, which I'll show you what I mean by that, and 1 has to be a book. Now, when I say a book, it doesn't mean that you're going to use the entire book or that you're going to read an entire book. It means that you're going to find a book that fits the topic of your essay, and you're going to use at least one thing from the book. A quote, a summary, a paraphrase. I mean, you can use more than one thing, but don't think like, oh my God, I have to go out and read a whole book. No, find a chapter from a book that fits your essay, and then find a piece of that chapter and put it in there. Okay, I really need to find my chat thingy, and I don't know where it's at. No. Did I hide it? No. I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure if anybody has any questions, that I'm finding them. Okay, I can't find it. Well, if you do have a question, you can unmute yourself. Okay, so you just go ahead and hover. There's a place that you can unmute yourself. So do that, because I can't find the chat. It's nowhere to be seen. It must be somewhere, but I don't have time for that now. Okay, so any questions from anyone so far on this essay? The topic? Oh, there's a little number 2. Oh, there it is. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Any questions, you guys? So far, no? Everyone, it's that clear? It's that easy? You guys are good? All right. Okay, so I mean, obviously, if you have questions later, please do let me know. Okay, there we go. All right, so now the next thing, let me see. Okay, chapter 7. So for this essay, hopefully you've noticed kind of like a trend throughout the semester that every essay has like a chapter that's connected to it. Okay, so in this case, the chapter that's connected to the essay is chapter 7. And I believe you looked at this chapter last week, and you're going to keep looking at it. The essay that you want to focus your most attention on is this one right here, More Testing, More Learning. This is on page 290 of our textbook. This is the sample student essay that the textbook gives us. And the reason you really want to focus on this essay is because it's a problem solution essay. So it's going to show you how the problem is presented and how they present the solution. And then what it's going to do, it's going to help you get to that word length, that 2,500 word length. It's going to help you get there, because in my video, along with the prompt over here, this video, I'm not going to go into great detail right now, because this video is going to show you all the pieces of the essay. I kind of break it down for you. I say, look, the essay begins like this. So you want to make sure that you have this in the beginning. Then it goes on and it talks about this. So you want to make sure you have that piece. So that video that I have there, it really breaks down the essay, and it's going to help you get to that word count, because a lot of times students, they freak out with the word count. They're like, oh my God, 8 pages, that's too much. I can't write that much. Yes, you can. You can write that much. You can write more than that. But that video is going to show you all the pieces of this essay, more testing, more learning, and it's going to break it down for you. So please make sure to watch that video. Okay, so anyway, this essay is super important. Chapter 7, more testing, more learning. And then in chapter 7, don't forget that we also have the guide to writing. This is a really important part, like I've mentioned before, because this guide to writing is going to really like tell you step by step how to write your thesis statement, how to do your research, how to come up with a topic. So if you're really stuck on a topic, look at chapter 7, guide to writing. Okay, that will really help you. Okay, let me see. Chapter 7, sample essay. Okay, let me talk about the outside sources. So in this essay, it says that you need a total of, I need to write this down, oh, 6 to 10. It's 6 to 10 sources, 6 to 10 outside sources, okay? But then 2 of them have to come from the IBC database, and 1 has to be a book. Does anybody know what the IBC database is? Okay, there's some, I have some yeses and some nos. Well, I'm going to tell everybody what it is, even if you already know. This is what it is. So the IBC library has this, it's a place to do research, basically. So it gives you articles from a bunch of different places. So this is how you log on to the IBC database. Go to imperial.edu, hover over for students, go down to library, and that's going to take you to the library page. When you're on the library page, right here where it says find articles and other library materials, you either want to log in with your email or log in with your G number. So click on either one of those, and then it's going to ask you to log in. If you log in with your email, it's going to be the same login as Canvas. At least that's how I log in. Okay? So once you log in, you're going to land on this page right here. Find it in our database. Okay? So this database, all of these, imagine like they are a Google page. Each one of these is a Google page. But instead of giving you random websites, it's going to give you articles. Okay? So this is a good way to do your research, not just for this class, but for other classes. And there's a bunch of them here, as you can see. So some of these are very specific to topic areas, like there's some about nursing, there's some on education. We probably want to use some that are like a little bit broader. So you can read through the descriptions here, but the ones that I know are pretty broad and have a lot of information, EBSCOhost is a good one. And then LexisNexis is also good. Those are like just very popular ones. This master file, Premier, EBSCOhost, and I think, oh, ProQuest. They're all great, but like for example, this one, Regional Business News, that one's very specific to that kind of topic, regional business, whatever that is. So they're very specific to subject areas, but like this ProQuest is pretty wide open. So once you click on it, you're going to see it's going to look like a Google search page. So there it is. Okay. Now, one tip that I do want to give you is when you're using any of these, you see where it says full text? Click on that before you start doing your search. Because what happens is if you don't click on it, you're going to do a search and you're going to get articles that we don't have access to the entire thing. Because I'll explain this, but what this is basically ProQuest and all of these different databases. Imagine that IBC has paid a subscription for these. Like when you have TV, you know, you have your cable or your satellite. You pay for a certain package, right? So you only get HBO. So when you want to look at something from Cinemax, well, you're not going to have access to it because you're not paying enough. That's basically what happens here with these databases. We've only paid for this package, and if you don't click on full text, it's going to be like, oh, these are all the other ones that you could have seen, but you don't have access to. So just click on full text because it'll make your life easier. So anyway, you just, type that in there and, your topic, and you go on your way. You can also do an advanced search, which is going to ask you kind of more questions to kind of narrow it down. So now this is the databases. Okay, so from these databases, for your essay, you need at least 2 articles that come from any of these databases. Okay, any of them. Okay, that's the outside sources for the essay. Okay, library database. And then besides the databases and the book, all the other outside sources can come from anywhere else. You can do just like a Google search, or you can actually go to the library. You can get this information from anywhere else. You can do an interview, and that can be an outside source. So besides these that are listed here, the rest, it doesn't matter where they come from. Can all 6 be from the library database? Yes, all 6 can be from the IVC library database as long as one is a book. Just remember that one has to be a book. And you guys, if you need help with research, you can definitely email me and ask me. However, if you go into IVC and into the library, there is a librarian whose job is like research. He's the research librarian. His name is Frank Hoppy, Mr. Hoppy. He is super helpful and very nice. So if you go to him and say, you know what, I need to do this research and I'm super lost, he will help you. He's very, very helpful, very approachable. John, can a video be a source? Yes, a video can be a source. So that would be some of your other sources, unless you get it from the database, which I don't think there's videos in the database. But yeah, that could be an outside source. Oh, and since on the subject of outside sources, you guys, I don't know if every semester I have students that seem to be confused with the outside sources. So let's say in this essay you use 6 outside sources. That's the minimum. Okay, you did it, you used 6. So in the body of your essay, you have 6 different places where you're using the outside sources. I can see all 6 of them. Great. But then when I get to your works cited page, okay, I get to your works cited page, and then I see like the works cited page has 20 things listed. There's 20 outside sources. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, why is there 20 outside sources when I only saw 6 in-text citations? So I go and I check and I'm like, but they only use these 6. What about these other 14? Why did they list these other 14? So the other 14 were never used in the essay. So if they were never used, they shouldn't be part of your works cited page. So when you do your initial research, typically we look for lots of sources. Maybe you'll have 20 sources, okay? But out of those 20, you'll only use 6. We'll only list the 6, don't list the 20. I hope that makes sense and I haven't confused you more. Okay, and yes, his name is Frank. Frank Hoppy is the name of the librarian. Yes, so I'm going to explain the PowerPoint and the annotated bibliography next. So that's the essay. Any questions on the essay and the research? If you do, please type away, or you can unmute yourself and you can speak. We can hear your voice, it's okay. All right, so Unit 4, which is the unit that we're on, what I try to do is for the assignments to fit into the essay, to help you with the essay. Not necessarily write the essay, but help you understand how to write the essay. So you're going to have 2 assignments related to the essay. Okay, so you have the essay, which is due week 14, but you're gonna have these other two major assignments that are related to the essay. They're gonna help you get to the essay's end result. If you look at the essay homepage, so you have access to this essay homepage, you're gonna notice that there's a video, there's a prompt, and then here in green, I wish I could make it flash, but I can't. It says, below is information on assignments related to this essay. These assignments will also appear in the week they are due under modules. So you're gonna have two assignments, major assignments, not as major as the essay, but major assignments. First is the annotated bibliography, and then it's this PowerPoint presentation, okay? Since this is an online class, you really can't do a presentation, so you're just doing the PowerPoint. Maybe in the future I'll have you guys record yourselves, but not you guys. You guys are lucky. You're gonna just do the PowerPoint. Okay, annotated bibliography first. So the annotated bibliography is meant to help you do your research. Okay, so when you write a research paper for any class, you are gonna always find more outside sources than you need. So if I'm saying you need 6 outside sources for this essay, don't go out and look for 6 sources. You want to look for more than 6, because when you start writing your essay, if you just look for 6, there's going to be 3 of them that are no good. You're going to be like, you know what, these 3 sources, there's nothing there that's going to help me write this essay. So you want to look for more than 6. This is where the annotated bibliography comes in. So the goal of the annotated bibliography is to help you or force you do your research. I'm forcing you to do your research, basically. I'll tell you the overall idea of it. Let me see. It also includes a total. Okay, it's going to include a total of 10 outside sources. So the annotated bibliography is going to have 10 outside sources. Okay, the essay is going to have from 6 to 10 outside sources, but this one's going to have 10. So you're going to have 10 outside sources. 4 of them have to come from the IBC library database, and 2 have to be books. The goal of this assignment is, out of those 10 sources that you use some of those for your essay. Okay? And then here it explains what you're going to do with that annotated bibliography. Basically, this is what you're going to do with each outside source. Down here, the sample entry, you're going to have 10 of these, 1 per outside source. So what this is this up here in the bullets. It's a citation of the source, which is right here. Here's a citation of the source. A general statement about the main content of the source, basically a summary. Any concerns about reliability or bias? Is the source reliable or is it biased? And your opinion on how or why you might use or not use the source. So these bullets here, they are explained in this paragraph. So for each outside source for the annotated bibliography, you are going to create an entry like this. Okay, I have some questions. So where the essay and PowerPoint, sorry. Yes, you are going to do an essay and a PowerPoint. Okay, you're going to do both, an essay, a PowerPoint, and an annotated bibliography. This assignment, the annotated bibliography, you guys, it is due week 12, November 5th. Week 12, November 5th. So the instructions are already right here. If you want to start working on it, you can start working on it. Okay, when week 12 comes around, that's next week. Next week, there's going to be an assignment called annotated bibliography. It's this same assignment right here. I hope that makes sense. If not, please let me know if it doesn't, because in my mind, it all makes sense. But I invented it, so of course it does. Okay, so that's the first assignment, annotated bibliography. Then the next one is this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so the PowerPoint presentation is due week 13. And this actually takes the place of your discussion. You know how we have a discussion every week? Well, this is going to be the discussion for week 13. okay? Week 13. So it tells you what to do here, but I'll just tell you what it is. Basically, this PowerPoint is an outline of your essay. That's exactly what it is. It is an outline of your essay. There is a sample PowerPoint presentation that you can take a look at. So if you click it, it'll download. Let's see if I can get it to open. It will right now. So, but basically, it is a an outline of your essay. So the goal is for it to help you write your essay. Okay, here it comes, slowly but surely. My computer is getting a little bit slow as the years go on. Come on. It's coming. So you do have access to the sample PowerPoint. Oh my God, okay, there it is. So this one is called, this is the sample PowerPoint. It's a sample essay, High Prices in Youth Sports. So each slide is an example of what you're gonna do. So first you're gonna tell me how to do your research. That's the first slide, after the, actually slide number 2. Defining the problem. Chapter 7 talks about defining the problem. The solution. By the way, the solution of this essay is your thesis statement. Okay, the solution of the essay is your thesis statement. The support for the solution and more support for the solution. The guidelines for implementation, objections and responses, and alternate solutions. Right now, this may not make any sense at all, but it will. I hope it does. It will make a lot of sense. It will make a lot of sense, especially after you watch this video right here. Okay, it will make sense, I promise. So those are the assignments. So again, annotated bibliography is due week 12. The PowerPoint presentation is due week 13. And the essay is due week 14. The week that you have the essay due, that will be the only assignment that you're going to work on. Okay, so if I scroll down through my weeks, there's, oh God, okay, there's, we are in week 11 right now. This essay 4 homepage is where all the essay information is at. Week 12, here we have the annotated bibliography. Week 13, the discussion is the PowerPoint. And notice that week 14, oh, there is a quiz. I don't know what that's about. I may have to delete it, I don't know. But week 14, really the only thing you have to do is the essay. Okay, you're going to turn in the essay. And that's going to be due on Friday, not Sunday, because then it's a holiday. Okay? Any questions about the essay for Unit 4? Or all the other crazy assignments I just talked about? No? Okay, then I am going to stop recording. I will be sending you a lot of messages in the next few weeks. I'll be recording a lot of videos to explain. You guys, if you have any questions as you are working on these assignments or working on the essay or thinking about your topic, please email me. Because if more than one person emails me with the same question, I'll record a video, because that means that more than 2 people are confused. I just have 2 people that are brave enough to admit it. Okay, so please email me with your questions, your concerns, your confusion. This is the biggest essay in the course, and I want everybody to be successful. I want all, I think I have 41 of you left, all 41 of you to pass the class, but you can only pass the class if you do the work. So please, please, please ask questions. Don't wait until, when's the essay due? The essay due is due November 17th. Don't wait until November 16th to begin your essay. Please don't. This is a big, big deal. It's a huge chunk of your grade also. So if you do badly on it, it will reflect on your grade. So please, please, please work early. And if you complete the annotated bibliography and the PowerPoint, you're going to have to work early because those two things require you to begin thinking about the essay. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Don't leave yet, though.